guys, it's Ilene here. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a project share and a little bit of the process steps included in the video. But before I get started, I just want to ask you to please subscribe to my channel and don't forget, hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload to YouTube. So this is my project for the design team that I'm part of for Tammy. Her channel name is My World in OKC. If you do not know Tammy, I will link her channel down below, and I will link down below the other videos that I've done for her design team. So be sure guys to check them out if you haven't seen them already. So for January, I decided to make a journal, and this is Traveler's Notebook style, but it's a little different than other ones I've created. So let me show you what I've been working on and how this turned out. So for my journal cover, I had this random piece of fabric laying around and I thought it would coordinate well. So I decided to fuse two pieces of this fabric together. To fuse the fabric together, I use this Pellon. It is Wonder Under. It's a fusible web and adhesive, and you basically put down a sheet of it on top of your one piece of fabric, and one side is bumpy and rough and the other is smooth. So the rough side goes down, you put it onto size, because if it goes out wider, it's going to get stuck to your ironing board or whatever surface you're ironing to. So I put that on, covered it with my fabric, and then when it was done is when I trimmed it to the right size, and then I used my We Are Memory Keepers corner punch to get a little bit of a rounded edge. And now I'm going to just simply take it to my sewing machine and sew all around. So you see I've stitched it up all around the whole piece of fabric. And this is my outer cover. I decided to use my stamp here, and it's going to be folded like so. So now what I thought I would do in order to protect the outer cover, I haven't decided if I should do it for the inner cover, was to use my Pellon vinyl fuse. So let's see how this works, guys. I used this a really long time ago, and I don't know, not really sure how that project went. I don't even remember what I made. I just have this from a leftover project. I have already now cut my vinyl fuse, and I've read the directions. It says that you're supposed to peel off this backing. So there must be a backing here. So I'm trying to separate this. Oh, there we go. So, let's see, it's kind of hard that it's curling up on me. I don't want it to get stuck on itself. So, basically you just peel this off, but you're going to reuse this piece here when you iron on top of the vinyl. So, I'm trying to be careful. And now, obviously, you see, this is the sticky side. It's stuck on me. And I'm going to place this down carefully on top of my fabric. And then you just to smooth it out with your fingers. Of course you want to make sure no fuzzies or whatevers are stuck in between. You can replace this. As you see, I don't have it lined up right. It's all smoothed out and on, and now it tells you to take this piece here, and you're gonna iron gently, and you're gonna hold it for about 5 to 8 seconds, and it tells you to use a medium setting of heat. So you see the vinyl fuse is hanging off the edge a little, so I'm just going to trim it on up, and then we'll be back. So I did want to mention that I ended up using this fray check. This is something that helps stop the fabric from getting all frayed. Now I don't really mind it if it gets a little frayed, but I just thought I would add some of this just as a precaution around the edges, just so it doesn't completely fray up. These here are my journal inserts, and I did make 2 of them. So let me show you what I did and how I put them together. Now, Tammy gave me these printables, and she was super generous to actually print them out for me and mail them to me because my printer's not that good. So on all of the printable paper she sent me, I did do the stitching all around that whole entire sheet. And I decided, because I didn't like that you could see the print through to the other side, so I backed all of the paper Tammy sent me with some pattern paper. And in my journal, I used all graph paper for the other papers. So this is the inside of my first insert, and this is a little envelope made out of wallpaper that was gifted to me by Maria's Miscellany. She is awesome, and she makes great junk journals, so I'm gonna link her channel down as well. And in it, she already had given me this little card, and it kind of goes with the theme, and this one is from this pattern paper. So that's just tucked in there, and that's really cute, and that, I don't have it in right. There we go. And then it tucks right under this little sticker to stay closed. So then when we flip it, I did a little bit of stamping on this page, and this is a piece of fabric that I put in that again was from Maria. And same with this printable image I just cut out to stick on my pattern paper. And when you flip it over, there's the pretty beautiful paper from Tammy, and I used these other cutouts that match to just decorate up the graph paper. And you can even write something in there if you want, whatever. So this is gonna be a fun journal to go and write in. I put a little heart stamp down there, another one of that printable image, again from Maria, but it went so well with my book here. This is that gorgeous paper from Tammy. On this page I put some washi, just wanted to give it a little more interest, some stamps. We flip it on this side, and I put in this envelope so you could tuck some stuff in. And these were also given to me by Maria, and I just thought they were cute, so I put them in. Housework can't kill you, but why take a chance? Very cute. That is funny. I wish I didn't have to take a chance and do housework. On this side, I covered up the other half of the envelope with this pretty pattern paper, and I used some hearts just because they're red, they're cute, and I did the heart stamping. So that's over here. This is the other side of that gorgeous paper from Tammy, and I used the banner to put on this page to tie in Tammy's printables. Some more stamping, the other side of that paper. And then here we got the little piece of fabric, the other side. A little flower stamp, and that's the end of this insert, guys. So I did put my insert together. I meant to show you this while I was flipping, but I didn't. I stitched them up with my sewing machine. Now, you might think this saved me time as opposed to hand doing it the way that a lot of people do with the stitching. You've probably seen videos on it. They're all over YouTube, but I decided to try using my machine, and it was not much simpler. It was not faster. My machine jammed up on me. It was a complete nightmare. And this is how it looks on the side. It's not perfect. I think next time, I don't know, it's okay. It seems like it's gonna hold up well. So I'm not sure, but my sewing machine hassled me, and it made me annoyed that I didn't just use my needle and thread. This here is my second insert, guys, and I used a piece of regular plain thick 110-pound cardstock, and I layered on top. This was from Tammy, the red. It was part of her printables, and I layered it up with some worded paper that looks like it's from a book. And this is from one of my pattern paper that I cut out, and it says, "Take time to stop and smell the roses." And I thought it went pretty. When you open it on up, I did make a little pocket. The washi I did glue down so it would stay strong. And this was from the pattern of the printables, and these are just some guest checks that I stuck in this pocket in case I want to make some notes. And this was a banner from that printables. So here we got the graph paper. Here is this gorgeous paper. Again, I did stitch all around on the whole sheet before I stitched it into my booklet. Over here is another one of those envelopes made of wallpaper. This is from Maria, and she had sent this to me with these cards in it, so I just left them in. You guys know I love the cats, and I think these are very cute little playing cards. So I just keep them in here for fun. Down here is a little printable stamp image. I did some stamping with my rose. This is that fabric that I got from Maria as well. I thought it went with the book. This is one of the banners that are from the pattern of the printables. Pretty paper, guys. I love it. Look at this one with the holly and the acorns. Very nice. I really like how this journal came out. This was just a random envelope I decided to glue down, and I covered this with that paper, and I stuck some of the tags that was from the printable collection here. So those are adorable. And again, you see this is the middle of my book where I stitched it on down with my sewing machine. The envelope, I decided to just glue it solidly down. I guess I could have left it or made it a tuck spot, but I thought this was enough tuck for me for this particular journal. Some more graph paper with stamps, the pattern paper which has the other printables on the other side, graph paper. Over here I ended up putting the rosette that was with the printables right here, and I thought that looked cute as like a heading for whatever I might be journaling on for the day, and it matched obviously this side. The other side of the fabric, some more little stamps over here, down here. This is like my favorite. I love this page. You could write just in this section, you could write around it, however you want. I just really thought this was a very pretty image. And this is the end of the book, and there were also these tags that were included, but I thought it would give some interest to the back of my book here, and I ended up also putting in those, what are they, grommets, eyelets, I forget what they call them, but I thought that looked nice, and I glued that on down. And that is my second insert. I'm ready to put the holes in so that I can put my elastic, and I got red. I wanted to stick with the red, and I picked this up so I could stitch it on through. Now I wish, guys, that I made my cover a little bigger in some ways, but I didn't because I didn't want it too big. So you see it will fit in here, but I have to be really careful on marking my holes. This is it, guys. This is my journal, all complete. My inserts are in. I did my wraparound with the chunky charm. I used here my BB Craft lobster clasp. And I just love how it came out, guys. It's so pretty. It's a little heavy, but I do love it. So that unwraps, and my inserts fit right in. What I did here, guys, is I decided to put a sequin there to kind of like stop my elastic from pulling all the way through. This is my insert here, and in the very middle where I put the first insert, I decided to just put this little key charm, and I just dangled it like that for now, and that's the first insert there, and this is how it looks with my two inserts here. And yeah, that is it, guys. That is my traveler's notebook using the papers that I got from Tammy in My World in OKC for her design team for January's project. Alright, guys, that is it for today. That is my journal, my January project for Tammy's design team. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. As always, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload to YouTube. I'll see you soon. Bye.